Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Fantasy Football and welcome to my video. In today's video, I'm going to be looking at my team going into the game week 28. I want to talk to you guys about what my thoughts are. I'm going to give you guys some differentials and best captain options for this game week. I'm also going to be looking at the blank game week 29 and a little bit of game week 30, but I'm going to just basically focus on this game week, okay? Now, I was actually thinking to create a deadline stream, but I will be busy with work, so that's why I'm creating this video. And just to let you guys know that I'm recording this around 12 o'clock, so the press conference is on the way. There could be some injury news that I might not know about. So if I do talk about a player that is injured, so please check the news before you make any kind of transfers. And to be honest with you, like the best strategy for this game week is to kind of like bank the transfer. If you can do that, then you set up for the blank game week 29. Now, if you're free hitting, you don't need to do that. You can go ahead and try and bring in some differential players for this game week. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, guys, please do subscribe and always drop a like in the video. If we can get around 100 likes, that would be fantastic. So here we go. So as you can see, the overall rank is around 117,000. My goal is to get into the top 100k, and I think with the team that I have and the plans that I have for the blank game week and for game week 30 and wildcarding in game week 31, there's a high chance that I can get in there. It only takes one player that is a differential to get me to that point. So looking at this team is pretty template, right? As you can see, I've got Cancelo, I've got Stones and Gundogan. So I'm not really expecting all of my Manchester City players to start, but Cancelo and Stones, they have a high chance because they didn't play the last game against Southampton. I've got Luca Dean and Calvert-Lewin. They are a differential of mine going into this game week, and I'm hoping for them to actually return something, as they will help me out a lot. They have a fantastic fixture in game week 30 as well, so if I can keep them throughout the blank game week 29, I should be set for that game week as well. Wan-Bissaka and Fernandes. I think if you don't have Fernandes, you probably will captain Salah or Kane. I have Fernandes and I'm going to captain him. I think Kane is a fantastic option as well, even though he's got a little bit of a knock there. I think he should do well. But for me, I'm going to stick with Fernandes. I was thinking about captaining him anyway, so I'm just going to stick with Fernandes and see what happens. I've got Son and Kane against Arsenal. I think this is a very good fixture for Tottenham to actually get some returns, because I think this fixture is going to be very exciting to watch. And I got Rafinha against Chelsea. So yeah, that is the team. Oh yeah, I missed that Martinez there. I mean, we know what he can do. It is against Newcastle, and I'm expecting him to actually keep a clean sheet because Newcastle is not really good at scoring goals, so we will see what happens there. I do have a bench, like I said, to help me out. So that is my team. Now I could go ahead and try something a little bit different and go for Mason Mount. So like removing Lingard for Mason Mount, attack this game week a little bit more, but I think that I am set. I have the players to kind of help me out if there is a rotation, and if I bank my transfer, I have a high chance to actually get a green arrow in the blank game week 29, because I'm looking at around 8 to 9 players for that game week, so I should be set. So that's my team, that's how it's looking like, and let's have a quick look at some of the differentials that I'm picking for this game week. Well, I'm looking at some players that could do well in the blank game week 29 as well, but mostly I'm focusing on this game week right here. So let's go through the team. Jamie Vardy, Richarlison, Mount, Havertz, Sigurdsson, Kevin De Bruyne, Veltman, Target, Luca Dean, and Sanchez. So let's start with the defense there. I've got Sanchez and Veltman, both players from Brighton. So if you do need a cheap goalkeeper, then he's a player to kind of go for. Veltman is 4.3. Brighton has a fixture in the blank game with 29 against Newcastle at home. So that fixture looks really good on paper. Target there, 5 million. A lot of FPL managers are already looking at him, already have. But if you got Martinez as well and Target, and they're against Newcastle, this could be a rank boost. And look at Dean, doesn't have a fixture in the blank game week 29. However, if you are thinking to attack this game week, then he is a player to kind of bring in. At home against Burnley, and in game week 30, Crystal Palace at home. These fixtures are very good for Everton to bring in the returns. For the midfielders, we've got Mount and Havertz. The next fixture is against Leeds United. After that, it is West Brom. Then it's Crystal Palace. Then it's Brighton, West Ham, Fulham. These fixtures are very, very good. People are thinking already to invest in them. For me, I desperately want Mount in my team, but because I'm planning for the blank game week, I can't get him. But if you got the chance to look at these players, Havertz, what is he? 2.6, 2 assists. I mean, if he starts, there is a high chance because it is against Leeds United. You know, they are very attacking and they will leave a lot of space behind. Mount is another player that a lot of FPL managers are looking at. I'm looking at him as well. 7 million. So yeah, massive differentials there. So if you do have the chance and if you want to take a risk and you want to try something a little bit different for this game week, then go for one of these players. Sigurdsson and Richarlison, you're both from Everton. Sigurdsson is 6.8, only 1.9% owned. He's doing all right. He's taking set pieces still. I think he's still on penalties. As you can see, in the last 4, 3 returns, a goal, and 2 assists. It's not too bad if you want to try something a little bit on the differential side. But I think if I had to pick, I would go for Richarlison instead of Sigurdsson. But the problem is that front 3 that we have, most of us has, you know, Harry Kane, Bamford and Watkins, and it's very difficult for us to remove. That's why I added Sigurdsson there, just to bring in a player that, just because it's much easier to bring in a midfielder right now. It's just the front 3 of a lot of FPL managers. They're pretty much set for the blank game week 29. Kevin De Bruyne is a massive differential. A lot of people are thinking to captain him if they own him. He done so well, scored 2 goals there, as you can see. Yeah, hurt a lot of FPL managers out there who doesn't own Kevin De Bruyne. The fixtures are good. However, there are a couple of blanks for Manchester City. I think that he will play against Fulham. So if you have the ability to bring him without hurting your team for the blank game week 29, then go ahead. For me, I am just going to wait a little bit more longer to bring him afterwards, because I'm going to be wildcarding. I'm going to be, you know, adjusting my team, scraping up a lot of the funds from the bench and kind of like attacking my, you know, and getting a really good starting 11. So that's my plans there. And Jamie Vardy is something on the differential side. I know a lot of people's not thinking about it, and a lot of people are looking at the blank game week. It's just something to look at. You know, if you are looking to free hit, he's a player to kind of aim at. He scored against Sheffield United when they were away, and a very good fixture for Leicester to actually maintain the league position. So yeah, that is a bit on the differential side. I know what you're thinking. Hey, but I'm planning for the blank game week. Well, this is for people who wants to try something a little bit different. Okay, and yeah, for the captain options, Harry Kane, Calvert-Lewin. I'm putting Calvert-Lewin there because he is highly owned. A lot of people would probably look at Calvert-Lewin instead of Richarlison. I think, you know, making that sideways move from Calvert-Lewin to Richarlison is not the best thing to do. Gundogan, Salah, if you still have him, I think he's a fantastic captain option against Wolves. Fernandes, Kevin De Bruyne. A lot of people are looking at Cancelo and look at Dean. So those are my picks as well. I think Harry Kane should be fit and ready for this Arsenal game. But for me, because I've got Fernandes, I'm going to go with Fernandes. And yeah, and we'll see what happens there. So that is my thoughts. Yeah, that is my team. Showed you guys a couple of differentials. So if you are looking to attack Game Week 28, then have a look at those players. Please look at the press conference before you're making any kind of transfer. Might get some news. Even while I'm making this video, I might you know, see a news of my players that could be injured. then I'll post a tweet on my Twitter account to show you guys what I'm going to be doing. But that is pretty much it. Went through some of the captain options there, some of the transfers to make, looking at the blank game week as well. And yeah, that is pretty much it. Whew. Thank you so much for joining, guys. I hope that you have a fantastic game week. I'm very close to that top 100k. I'm trying to maintain this rank as well and attack it when I wildcard. But I think this team looks good. You know, I do have the bench to support it. It looks good for the blank game week 29 as well, if I bring in 2 more players on a free transfer. And for game week 30. And if I'm wildcarding in game week 31, it should do well, right? Well, we'll see. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.